Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Carolan. I'm a registered nurse certified in hospice and palliative care. The following presentation is the Informatics PowerPoint for the Module 4 assignment for CIS 450, Informatics in Healthcare. The following slides will discuss my assignment as the project manager in an organization to implement new computer software. By the end of this presentation, the participant will be able to understand usability and its importance during implementation of new technology, describe configurability of technology according to a business's need, interpret interoperability and the need to have old and new systems work in sync, explain which characteristics are important in selecting a team, recognize the importance of leadership principles when it comes to setting an example, understand employee resistance to change in implementing a new system, and what can be done to get them on board. Recognize the issues that can happen during the implementation phase, and discuss this writer's experience with a new information system. Usability. A new system needs to be designed appropriately in order to meet the needs and future goals of the staff and the patient. If the system does not work for the clients and users, it is not worth introducing a new system into the company. It requires understanding what the software will be used for and how the new software will benefit the consumers. By researching these requirements with the appropriate staff ahead of time, a redesign of the entire system can be avoided. Taking into consideration the people who will be using the system daily and wanting to improve their satisfaction gives them ease of use, ability to complete tasks, ability to provide superior care, and increased production. Usability. When usability is poor, it can lead to mistakes, delay in care, consumer annoyance, additional IT staff to sustain the system, and the need for more funding to restructure and remedy the problems. Positive usability outweighs all software costs because it avoids the need for a whole new system when the one with poor usability fails. Configurability. Configurability gives the organization the ability to alter the system to meet specific needs. Healthcare staff can collaborate with software developers and give input while also adding to the standard software bundle. It also focuses on future cost effectiveness. A couple of issues that can transpire with configurability are when the software becomes inapplicable as the healthcare facility grows, and the inability to upgrade the system, which would require a completely new system. Familiarity with the future of the organization can strengthen configurability and avoid these issues. Interoperability. As nurses and patients, we all realize the benefits of the providers being able to share our data and our patients' data with other providers involved in our care and our patients' care. The benefits of interoperability the reciprocation of data across systems, the ability to transmit between old and new data, provider access to patient data, to all patient data, and it leads to improvement in patient results. Time and money are saved with positive operability due to the patient's providers being able to collaborate on goals and interventions of care, decreasing the need for multiple office visits. As a new nurse, using an EMR for the very first time, I found the Meditech computer system to be easy to learn and navigate through. The feature I found most user and time-friendly was the ability to open the shift note, and by pressing F5, the previous data input would appear, which meant the nurse only needed to update changes and tweak the nursing narrative. This feature made documenting on 10 telemetry patients on the overnight shift much less daunting. Meditech was the computer system at another hospital I worked a few years later. The interface was different, but it continued to be very easy to use and navigate through to search for patient information. Selecting a team. By selecting members of a team, the project manager needs to choose people who are capable, select people that are focused on change, find candidates with time availability, and select those who have prior experience. The team remains stable with a strong leader. Selecting a team. Additional qualities to look for when choosing a team are significant computer skills, familiarity with staff and patient needs, a positive attitude, and the ability to receive criticism. Leadership qualities. Lead with culture, determining where the resistance is, and then engage all levels of employees. CIPES 2019, page 161. To me, this principle means as a leader, you set a positive example in the work environment and monitor for discord among the employees, empathizing with and supporting their fears and concerns. A good leader will set a positive example, be adaptable, be innovative, be motivational, and be humble. Leadership qualities. To ensure strong leadership qualities, one must promote employee engagement, be an effective communicator, be able to delegate, and be empathetic. Engagement of employees. Some ways to engage the employees are to request the employees' input of the system's development. Make it fun. Promote time-saving abilities. Promote the greater good. And make the learning social with their peers. Engagement of employees. Other ways for leaders to engage the employees to provide an enthusiastic work atmosphere, support employee work-life balance, promote the benefits of the new system, and incentivize autonomy. Resistance to change. Ways leaders and project managers can deal with resistance to change in the computer systems are to show sympathy, offer step-by-step assistance with the training to dispel any anxiety, explain how the new technology can benefit their job, and encourage the use of video tutorials and interactive practice related to their own learning ability. Resistance to change. Other ways for leadership to manage resistance to change is to assist with their duties to allow them time to learn the new systems, anticipate productivity to decrease during the learning period, celebrate each small goal achieved, and recognize that everyone learns differently. Implementation pitfalls. Some pitfalls that can be anticipated during new computer software implementation are technology difficulty during training, resistance to change, excessive cost, long training times, and a rough deployment. Avoiding implementation pitfalls. Some ways to avoid implementation pitfalls are to allow for convenient training sessions, research software appropriate for the organization, impress the target software users, and conduct scenarios and testing prior to rollout. My personal experience with a new computer system. In my 11 years as a nurse, I fortunately have only needed to experience a total change in computer software once at a place of work. I say fortunately because it was not an easy task. I am not a computer expert by any means, but I am able to maneuver around them well. There were months of discussions and emails about the new system coming, that when the training finally came to fruition, it was exciting until we were all required to sit through hours and days of training. I was working the overnight shift at the time and would be required to stay for morning training sessions. At this facility, my commute to and from work was 55 minutes door to door. So the awake factor was an issue. I agreed to be a super user, but wish I hadn't when I saw the difficulty of trying to obtain information from the old system. I was fortunate to have accepted a new position doing home hospice, so I was on to new adventures by the time the system officially rolled out. And these are my references. Thank you for attending my presentation. Good night.